They know each game presents a test of physical endurance, of mental focus, and their ability to match up against any style of play. And that challenge is right ahead. Up next, right after this. Now the starting group for the visitors. Driving to the basket. This is a great East-West matchup, GA. These are big-time rivals.
There's no secret. This is a big one. The fans know it. The players know it. The fact that they don't play each other as often makes it even more intense.
Wembanyama, the 10-footer, finds the target.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Defended by Wembanyama. 5 to shoot. Brownlee. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And you could see that coming, right? Wembanyama taking on contact, getting the better end of that deal.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
Greg, you talk about some players passing the eye test. LaMelo is one of those guys.
I mean, everything he does looks so easy with how he moves, and the numbers back up what the eye sees. He raises the level of his team whenever he's on the court.
Now, here's Batum. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And so just over a minute and a half played. Gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Fournier. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Tries the spin move. What a spin move to get closer.
And that's just an all-star caliber move off the dribble by Parker that ultimately creates the shot. His quickness with the ball really nearly unparalleled.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
First free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Back to Parker. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Brownlee, he's guarded by Diaw. Clock at 6. Count it, good. He has 6.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Now, here's Batum. 9 points last game. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. And it's no good. With the step back. Diaw, the pass to Fournier. Now, here's Batum. pass to Wembanyama. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
And Willie Green wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Let's take a second to see the teams that have been the toughest inside this season so far.
And anybody who's a fan of defense has got to love this team. I mean, no one loves to see their name on top of that leaderboard as much as this coaching staff.
Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Brownlee. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T Connected Cam. Now, here's Diaz. Nothing on the board. Parker surveying the floor. 6 on the shot clock. 3-pointer. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Brownlee got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's DeCola to the middle. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
This is where Gobert likes to park himself, right around the rack.
46 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Brownlee. Oh! And that one is hammered home.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Parker passes to Gobert. Shot clock at 6. The layup off target. Gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. Brownlee to the left wing. Parker with the steal. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Leading by just 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Rudy Gobert is out there with Wembanyama. And it's DeColo in at the point guard position.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
Boy, it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest level. But you need to take those lumps and get that experience and learn from those lessons.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Extremely reliable. When he steps up to the line, you just kind of expect him to knock him down.
They've got Gobert, and it's Beatrice in at the small forward. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
A high post shot, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Wembanyama's out there with Rudy Gobert, and it's Beatrice in at the 3 spot. Clark, when you use the word unicorn, a one-of-a-kind player, LaMelo Ball fits the bill for sure.
Yeah, we've had so few point guards north of 6'7", and he's right in that range.
Take a break.
And he also shoots it well on high volume from the three-point line. I don't know if there's a guy quite like him in the league at that size with that vision and three-point shooting marksmanship.
No good on the free throw.
Considered by many to be the best prospect since LeBron James, Wembanyama seems determined to reach his full potential.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
There wasn't a whole lot of waiting around to find out if Wembanyama was the real deal or not. He established himself very early on as an elite talent in this league, and his potential is unreal.
6 to shoot from outside the arc. That shot off.
Hey, it was a good look, one he normally capitalizes on.
Gobert in the corner. Over to the wing with the shot. That one no good. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Here's DeColo. He has yet to score. It's Wembanyama at the elbow. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
And Willie Green wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Diaz checked in for Gobert. Here's a look at some of the players that have exploded in the second half of the season. These are the scoring leaders since the All-Star break. Victor Wembanyama, number 1.
He is making his mark in a big way and with big points. You love to see guys get better the later in the season we get.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And the shot goes in. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
Out to the right wing. It's good from long range. He has 5.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Lets it fly. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. They set the screen. Clock at 4. Stolen away. And here comes the break. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
An incredible 64% from the field in this game. Clock at 6. Pass to Fernandez. Shot from free throw range. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Here's Diaw. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama.
Diaw putting some muscle into that finish. The defense played him tough, but couldn't stop him.
Inside. Shot to stop the run. And the rejection by Wembanyama. There's the triple. The size, the shooting touch. Wembanyama is unreal.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. And Willie Green wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
.114 left now here in the second. To the inside. Oh, the rejection by Wembanyama. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
An emphatic rejection that was. Boy, you got to appreciate that kind of forceful, in-your-face defense. .106 left to play here in the second quarter.
to end the drought, and he sinks the layup.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
To the paint. It's blocked, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
That's exactly what a team needs when they're playing from behind. Energetic defense.
Gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
He knows he can get his shot anytime he wants, and he also knows he has the green light.
Parker with it. His last outing, 16 points for him. Outside Fournier with his first shot attempt. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Here's Wemba, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Leading by 5. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
Well, I think for the home team, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part in the postseason. Every team is going to be gunning for them.
And let's dig into the first half now. Things looking pretty good for the home team.
This has been a display of what we often talk about on this show. Unselfish ball movement usually leads to better shots. Now, I could say this. They're generating a lot of clean looks, guys.
Yeah, it's tough to beat a team that's in sync. Big advantage in the assist column. Check that out. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
An incredible 64% for the field in this game. Boris Diaw is out there with Batum. Then there's Parker. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Fournier in at the 2-guard spot. That's the groove starting the second half for Charles Lee.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Now here's Parker. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Back to Wembanyama. And it's good in the assist by Parker. Parker's got 3 assists now in this one. Doing extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. Down low. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. Shot, high post, and yes, it's good. He's got 8.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assist. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's Wembanyama. 22 points for him. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Kevin. LaMelo Ball is a playmaker, first and foremost. He said, I just start off the game trying to get my team involved, get the flow going. After the team's going, I try to get mine. If you get the team involved first, more pieces going, it just makes the game easier. Back to you guys.
A great passer. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
The 10-footer. It's good. Wembanyama has got 4 points in the quarter.
I really like how he's playing tonight, taking good, smart shots, playing his game.
And Willie Green wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Victor Wembanyama really making a difference here.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Let's take a look at the teams that have been holding their opponents to the fewest points in the last 10 games.
The teams they've faced over the last 10 have to be wondering how long this brutal defense is going to last. There's no let-up in these teams. They play with tenacity throughout.
To the wing right side. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
One shot.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Pass to Batum. Wembanyama, right side. Outside Fournier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he's good on the 3-ball. Fournier's got 5 now.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Parker with the steal. Here's Wembanyama. Can't cash in from the high post. Gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Driving inside. Shoots from 12. Batum grabs the miss.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Doing extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. And he lobs it up toward the rim, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Both teams deciding to change it up. There's a minute 40 left to play in the third. And it's Parker in the corner. Floats it up for... Oh, watch out for Wembanyama!
The perfect lob partner. Wembanyama with elite hand-eye coordination.
Roundly. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum.
Substitution on the court.
Fires, high post, count that bucket. He has 6.
Well, he's effective in that medium range area.
Gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. And here is Parker to the paint. Here's, oh, what a slam from Wembanyama.
I'd say that's impossible, but he does this every night, folks. Victor Wembanyama.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. 52 seconds left in the third. To the right side. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. 2 for 1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
For the 3. That one misses. Gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. To the middle. Here's Aguilar. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got 6 rebounds in the game. And we've reached the end of the third. Leading by 4. And And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And around 60% of the night, amazing work offensively so far. Inside, takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Pulls up. Fernandez with the rebound. To tie it up. To take the lead. Nailed from three-point land. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Unable to get that one.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
"18 feet out, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, over the break, I listened to Charles Lee talk to his team. Coach challenging the team to play faster. He emphasized the main focus is that first pass off a turnover or a rebound. Make it quicker to get the ball out and into transition. Let's see if those words actually work.
All right, Allie, thank you. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Fournier passes to Diaw. Up top, Gobert. To end the run, sinks the three-pointer.
Gobert drawing so much attention from the defense. Nice job finding somebody with a better look.
Got all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Fires the three, drills the three-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now, here's Diaw. To the inside. It's tipped. Gobert finds Fournier. DeColo drops in the tray. DeColo's got his first 3 points of the game.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball game.
Gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Gobert pulls it in. Gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Now, here's Dion. D right on him. Oh, the dunk!
Gobert calling for the ball in moments like these. Big-time games under his belt.
Gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pocket pass to the paint, and he punches it home.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
Now here's Parker. It's deflected, and he recovers it. Outside, Batum. Now, Wembanyama. Here's the break. Jumps up, and he pounds it home. I had a feeling he wasn't going to lay that one in. No, sir.
And that's enormous, guys. With time winding down, goes for the steal and then off to the races.
Here's Wembanyama. Wembanyama, a screen. The shot is off.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Takes the shot. Does not go in. Gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. He won't miss many from there. Wembanyama.
And how about the young fellow, Wembanyama, with a big-time bucket.
And offensive execution has been beyond great there. 63% from the floor in this game. Got it to go off the glass.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
At the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
Now here's Parker. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
Man, Parker can be an offensive force when he gets going like this.
46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Hits the jumper.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
Wembanyama. That does not go.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
From deep. It's off.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You don't want to force it, though. Still need to get a quality look.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
And so they foul intentionally.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Super 2.
No good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he ends up making the second, and that will put them up by 2. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
Now here's Parker. The putback. He parachutes in for the putback.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
They could win it. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll return shortly. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. They've got Tony Parker. Batuma's out there with Boris Diaw. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Fournier in at the shooting guard position. Fires from 14, and that one is good.
Oh, perfect execution. The size mismatch was there, and they went right at it.
Not only perfect execution, how about perfect timing, too?
Now, here's Fournier. Parker left side. 6 on the shot clock. It's tipped. Oh, the
of his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now, here's Parker. Jacks up a three. Crane from outside.
Yeah, Parker's ability to stretch it really forces the defense to contest him from out there.
Ratzler's a three. No good. Now Diao. Parker outside. Here's the teardrop. Good!
Yeah, that floater is another one of Parker's go-to shots, one that continues to befuddle defenses.
In overtime here, a minute and a half off the clock. For three. Another shot. And the way in, and he gets it done.
He is on one right now, carrying the offense. Just keep finding it.
Gone 2 of 3 from the floor as we've gotten this overtime period underway. Big time move inside.
Huge shot by Parker there at a moment when his team needed one.
Overtime in full swing here. 2 minutes off the clock. Drives to the hoop. And it's going to go the other way.
And what a time to get sloppy. A close game like this, you cannot be getting loose with the ball.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And timeout called by Willie Green. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. So I'm looking at the clock. And guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
Hey, they do have enough time here. If they shoot quickly to get the 2-for-1, we'll see if they try it.
He's guarded by Diao.
Get the ball in close. Get your points that way. That's doing good business.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Guys, what are their best options now?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
He sinks the clutch free throw. And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
How about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
You know, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
They trail by 1. Lets it fly from 18. Got it to go.
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
You know, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
One up.
And they had a foul to give, but we want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation.
First free throw is good, and that ties the game up. Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. And with another overtime in front of us, the question is, who will play first? Nobody wants to give in. A lot of pride now on the line. Defended by Wembanyama. Does not go. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. They set the pick. Just 5 on the clock. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Everything has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Parker, right side. It's deflected. And even 3-on-3 break. Oh, what a powerful dunk. That was a no-doubter.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
That one goes. Count it.
Getting the ball into the paint for a close range look. That's a nice pass.
Oh, good on the layup. Being impressively throughout at 62%. Fires the 3.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
A 3-pointer. Good.
And this is what a franchise player does. Wemby coming up huge down the stretch.
And that's an intentional foul.
First team foul.
This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
They're trying to get back in this thing. They need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
Wembanyama. And he commits the intentional foul.
Tony Parker. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline. And the shot from Parker there is just so clutch. What an unbelievable basket from him. He just gets it done on a regular basis. You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And a timeout called by Charles Lee. What's your take, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
Here's Batum. Takes the three. Puts up the three. The long shot, no good.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
No doubt. I mean, when you have to dig that deep and play with that much determination to get a win, it was earned, and I tell you what, they've got to feel really good about themselves for fighting through.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. And now, our player of the game.